Hello to you, descendants. It's the new look of the channel. That's what YouTube is saying it. I thought we were going to do a professional, pretend like to be a professional YouTuber. And what I just popped on, really, descendants. Just, yeah, because this is the new Giant Reynolds. Giant Reynolds, the channel. See? Syntaxes. Something like that, innit? Yeah, so I'm going to flout convention from now on because I'm 50 now. So I think I got the 50th birthday out of the way, didn't throw myself in a deep river. So, I feel like I'm going to be all right. um, oh, I hate doing that, but I can't stop and start it again because these things, it's impromptu, isn't it? So descendants, descendants. Yeah, you might be looking and thinking, oh my God, look, my great-great-grandmother slept in makeup. Yeah, I did, look. And I have done all my life. Don't believe all that. Yeah, clean your face before you go to sleep. Yeah, well, it's best to. But if you don't, nobody's going to die. And if you have to, jump on board and make a little video about your life and who you are and your wrinkles, so be it. Anyway, I was going to make a list. I say that every time to say what I'm going to say, but I didn't. So it's just a time capsule. That's what it is. It's like a video time capsule of this time. And the date today is the 4th of March, 2022. And it's stupid o'clock because obviously I don't sleep like a normal person. I do my best work at night. Should have been a spy, cat burglar, was a barmaid. I was quite good at that job. So why am I awake at this unholy hour, you ask yourself? Well, yeah, it's the blood pressure. I'll just say that. See, should write a script. What am I doing at this time of night? Well, I'm learning what could be your great-grandfather's spellings. I'm learning my grandson, Harvey Oakley, spellings. Shit me. I mean, they're all right. I got them, I knew them, but I have to admit, didn't know what this one was. Not to take the T, I gathered, it came to my brain that just take that P off. That's a silent P, and then I got it. It's pterodactyl. But I've practiced my spellings. Look, I wrote it out 3 times, so I'll remember how to spell it. I hope I do because I've got a 2-minute memory, but we'll do it. His spelling's brilliant. He got all of them right last week. And the second one was mnemonic. I think I would have known how to spell that. I wouldn't have known it's got a P in the front of it. So that's some spellings I learned. What else am I doing? Had a massive haul in a shop today. I just love craft stuff. I mean, I don't do it very often. I just like buying the stuff and collecting it, especially if it's in a bargain. And if you've got this, you might have a disease that's known as, I don't know, I'm going to make up a name for it, but it's like when you can't walk past anything that's got a sale ticket on it. If you've got that, you've inherited from me. Because today, oh baby, did I get some bargains. Diamond craft stickers, originally £1 a piece, 10p a piece. Now you might be saying, oh yeah, but what can you get? For me, it's a win-win because my oldest and dearest friend, that's Vanessa, so I'm gonna make her a nice handcrafted card with that. And Anne, I don't know where I'll put that, somewhere. Anyway, as you might think, because it's down to they never sell the arse end of the letters, do they? And my other old dearest darling friend, Wiley. So make her a little card with that. Or, if I fall out with her, I'll make it for Mum. I'm not going to fall out with Wiley. It's going to be a W. The best bit about these stickers was the X's. Because, hey Hugh, they're just kisses, aren't they? Put one on the back of the phone so I can find that in my handbag. Because my phone's black, isn't it? And I could never find it in the bag. I've got loads of U's as well. And X's and V's. So, I mean, if I was, could do something swanky with Roman numerals. See, there you go again. Look at that. I've got a spot there. It's massive. As you can see, it's 2 a.m, so I'm in my night. Well, I'm feeling all right. I mean, the banging in my ears still going because I think I've missed the blood pressure pills a bit. I'm just about to get stuck into some true crime. I'm following several cases at the moment. Have been following them for months. Sadly, one of them's come to an end because the step parents in the case have just been arrested. So let's hope that they get all that's coming to them. I wandered off from my haul that I'd got. Here's another thing. Look at that. A bookmark. Look, bookmark. And sweet little card. 10p. 10p. This. It's Mother's. I'm aware that it's Mother's Day coming up soon. So 10p. And that's one you can put a photo in. I mean, I know I'm 50, but my mum will still like it. Yeah, so I've got this as well. This is going to be brilliant. I'm going to try and make it work for me. Look, a week planner. So I could, you know, if I really wanted to be like structured and zen-like, oh God, to turn that way, I could, you know, if you're having a hard time, depression, you don't want to get out of bed and all that, you don't want to do cool, do you really? I know I don't. I've been out twice in the last 3 months. But I don't know, you know, I heard this just recently, and I believe it's to be true, actually. It may put a little light on in my head, which is, I mean, it's obvious. And you know, we all know these things about ourselves, sort of intuitive, you know, that gut feeling. You know, don't forget our brain. We're not that far away from the caveman brain. I'm just saying. I've kind of took myself off my bloody topic then. I need to write a script. If I'm going to do these videos seriously for my future generations. Because I started doing it, I quite like it. It's very therapeutic for me. I do worry though, is it a bit narcissistic? I don't think so, because, well, maybe it is. I don't know. No, I don't think it is. It's sort of like journaling for the lazy, really. Oh, I should write these bloody points down because I'm always going off. See, this is the thing. This is the BPD mind, which, and we never know. We'll never get to the bottom, nurture or nature. But there's certainly more evidence now, more research that borderline. Although we think, I personally think there's a lot of environmental factors for mine, but there is. We're learning more and more about genetics now, and so, you know, how much of it is in your genes? It's funny because my mum was having a bit of a moment of hysteria the other week, and I pointed out to her that maybe I got my loopiness from her. Maybe it's all her fault. She snapped quickly back that it definitely wasn't. So at least we've cleared that one up. It wasn't my mum. Nothing wrong with her. Nothing to see there. Bless her. So yeah, that was that. I keep jumping. I hate this. This is how the brain goes. Like, it jumps from tangents all over the place. You need to nail it down. Try and not, you know, like do a script, because I just don't like that scripted. It's not a word that sits well with me. Or it's very scripted. Maybe I watch too much true crime because I am obsessed with true crime. That's not good either. Cut the ums out. See, if I was professional YouTuber, I mean, and I only know this from watching YouTube, because you have to watch it. You can get very good at jump cuts. I mean, you can do a jump cut, and unless you know that you're looking for them, you won't even know that there's been one there. But I don't have the technical ability to do that, and I'm just holding my phone and waffling into it. So this is sort of like my self-therapy session. It's lasted 10 minutes. I feel all right about it. I'm going to go away for my therapy session. Happy. How do I feel about my therapist? I'm not sure. Is it the right attitude? But anywho, you get the picture. Reframing, always got to reframe your thoughts. And yeah, still haven't found any miracle hair treatment. So younger females coming up through the generations, if you've got that bit forehead, you could, apply for your own postcode. So I'm afraid you got that off me. And I suspect, well, I don't suspect because I've seen the photos. I know that I got it off my mum and she got it off her dad. So there you go. What can you do? It's genetics, isn't it? It's genetics. It's your DNA. You can't fuck about with that. Well, you can fuck about with that if you want to. I mean, a good example of that would be letting them pump you full of vaccines for, the old COVID, which, I haven't had any of the vaccines. I don't intend to. Just because I'm not I've got very basic knowledge of science and chemistry and shit, but I just don't believe in vaccines get knocked up that quick. And as it's come out lately that you're having the third booster and there's probably going to be a fourth booster, that just doesn't. Well, I don't know why you've got to have that. If you're vaccinated, you're vaccinated, but you've got to have it boosted every 6 months. No, I don't want to do that. The other problem with that and the COVID thing is lots of people are getting this myocarditis. That I've not said that properly, but it's inflammation of the heart basically because the health professionals, the nurses, I don't want to say nurses because I think nurses are probably too, but the people who are giving the jabs, whoever, they're not aspirating the needles. If you don't aspirate the needle and you inject this into a vein, then that's going to go in your bloodstream and that's going to be very bad for your heart. These are like the basic things of it. It's into muscle. It should be injected in the muscle. So you put it in the muscle, you pull that syringe back, you would see if there's no blood in the syringe, you're good, you're in the muscle. If there's blood in that syringe, you're in the vein. So you don't want to pump that into that vein. You shouldn't be doing that. But this is, this is not a practice that's been carried out. There's lots of good people. Dr. John Campbell on YouTube, he's, he's very worried about this. Everybody's getting, people have slated Joe Rogan. He didn't have any vaccine. He took a horse tranquilizer, not horse tranquilizer, some drug for it. It wasn't a drug for a horse. The guy got the Nobel Peace. I mean, it's been used on. Anyway, that's a whole other debate. The point is, I haven't had any of those jabs, and I'm not going to, because you don't always have to do what the government tell you, and especially not this government. So, yeah. What are we? Oh God, what we could talk about Ukraine. Oh gosh. Well, where to start? Where would you start about Ukraine? Just feel terrible for the people there. I really do. It's just bullshit. Oh my God, I don't feel educated enough to. It's just wrong, It's just all wrong. Putin, but oh God, yeah, I don't know enough about it. I'm not gonna. I just feel bad that that's happening. Like on European soil. I mean, it's nuts. You can't. I'm not even gonna. I'm not I'm not. I don't know. I have lots of various opinions about it and bits of knowledge from here, there, and everywhere. All I know is, fucking hell, it's bad. Has Putin? Has he lost his mind? I mean, has he lost his mind? NATO. I mean, why aren't they're not giving these innocent people air shields even? I don't know. And I've watched a lot of this shit, and not like on the BBC. I mean, I've been watching RT, all all different analysts and seeing what they're saying, and it's very worrying. Especially now Putin's hooked up the get your nukes on standby. I mean, I'm sure that's just military language. In any conflict, I'm sure they move up general army practices, whatever you're doing, wouldn't you? Of course. I mean, how much you can't believe mainstream media? You just can't, because, we know that they fucking lie, and there's always an agenda, and, when the newspapers are all owned by a handful of people. Anyway, I'm not going to go into it. Really, look, I've rambled on. I didn't think this video was going to be this long, but we've gone into 15 minutes, which is like fucking well over time. I don't think I've ever done a video that long. So maybe I should learn some editing skills. But anywho, it was just a midnight. Well, it's not midnight, it's fucking 2:30 in the morning. It's probably 3 o'clock now. So yeah, this is me. Up in the night, doing a bit of doodling. I've taken doodling actually straight on the, I was going to embroider it. I doodled it and then started doing embroidery. But with all my famous art projects, looking at one right over there, they're all started. I've started, but will I finish? Magnus, and I'm not. Anyways, so this is me. I'm going to go on 15:30. Longest video I've ever done. Enjoy it, descendants. I love you.